they had a mouse and they put it in a box, in a small box, and they put 2 bowls of water in that box. One bowl had cocaine in it, and the other one was just plain water, as we know water. So they began to observe the behavior of the mouse. And the mouse would just go and drink the water with cocaine and goes to sleep. Every single day, to just go and drink that water and goes to sleep. And then they changed the experiment. They put anything you can think of that the mouse can enjoy, those rolling stuff, all that stuff that it can just go into holes and come out the other way and all that stuff. And they put the same water. And they began to observe again how the mouse was behaving. And the mouse started drinking just the plain water and ignored the water with cocaine. So why am I telling this story? Is isolation is a very dangerous thing. Isolation will lead us to do things that we don't normally do in our lives. And sometimes, I'm not talking about drugs, but it also highlights that part. Why do people go on to take drugs as well? But I'm here to talk about resilience, because the topic that I was given is quite a big one. But just to narrow it down, I'm just going to be talking about resilience. In the Bible, there is a story in the book of Acts chapter number 16. If you have got time, you can go and read the story yourself. In this story, there were 2 people that were arrested for doing something. As they were arrested, they were put in jail. And then a prison guard was assigned to look after these people. And the book says the people, those who have been arrested, they began to worship, they began to praise God. And then an earthquake happened. And the prison doors kind of opened and the chains fell off. And then the prison guard, when he awoke from his sleep, he was sleeping. I want to just imagine with me. He was sleeping when all this was happening. When he awoke from that, he was afraid and he wanted to kill himself. And I want us to walk through the story together so that we can comprehend it. I want you to imagine with me, you have been assigned a big job, and then you sleep on the job. And then such a thing happens. What's the first thing that will come to your mind as an individual? Hello? Are you here? We panic, isn't it? We panic, and the first thing that came to this man is, my life is finished. I'm just going to kill myself. Is that right? And sometimes it happens to us as individuals as well. The people that have come before me, they've talked about these things, that sometimes we feel like we are useless. We feel like we have let down our family. We feel like we can't fix this anymore. But I'm here to remind someone that there's life after this as well. Is that right? Someone once says, "These too shall come to pass as well." We go through different phases in life as well. And each phase, there are ups and downs. Life is never smooth like a straight line. There are ups and downs, ups and downs. And sometimes that's what makes life interesting as well. Is that right? So I just want to encourage somebody to say, yes, you could be down here today, but it doesn't mean that you shall dwell there. There's still a chance for you to rise again. Is that right? My story is, I came here as a young boy as well. Just as a boy, young boy. I think I was around 1920s, thereabouts. You can imagine the culture shock. I did not know anyone here in Australia. The people that I knew, I was in Western Australia, and the people that I knew were in Sydney, you know, and the culture shock of 7 days rent, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rent. I'm like, what's this? I know that I have to pay rent at the end of the month, and you're saying 7 days I have to pay rent. So resilience, let me talk about resilience. Resilience simply means the ability to bounce back from a stressful or challenging experience. Is that right? The ability to bounce back from a stressful or eventful experience. We all go through those eventful experiences in our lives. So resilience is the ability you have to bounce back from that. Is that right? When you are down, you need to be able to bounce back from where you are. No, we are spirit beings, if I may put it that way. What we call a man, I always teach this when I'm at church, what we call a man, what we call a Zambezi is not what you are looking at right now. If you want to know what I'm saying is, if someone is to die, if the Zambezi here is to die, our language will begin to change. We'll say, what your pastor Zambezi is coming. Is that right? Or Pastor Zambezi has left us. Is that right? In other words, what we call a human being has got a spirit and a soul and the body. Is that right?
Yeah.
Are we understanding this?
Yeah.
So we are spiritual people. That's who we are. Is that right? So in other words, our lives are like a tennis ball. Tennis ball has got air inside. If you hit it, throw it down, it will bounce back as well. Is that right? So there are mechanisms. All these people that they were sharing here, they were sharing also some mechanisms that we have available for us to bounce back. Is that all right? All right. I'm going to share a few things there. The story that I've talked about from the book of Acts, the jailer was at a low place in his life in that particular moment. He was at a low place, but he needed to bounce back. And I want you to imagine as well, the people that had been imprisoned, they did not panic as well, but they were also at a crisis as well. Just imagine that with me. These people have been jailed. They would be taken for jailbreaking. Is that right? They should have been afraid for jailbreaking because you never know what the people will come and say. Earthquake, we did not hear an earthquake, but we can see that the wall is broken. So you guys, you are in trouble as well. Is that right? But these people, they were not troubled. They were so relaxed. They even said to the jailer, no, don't kill yourself. Relax, we are all here. And from that moment, the jailer became relaxed and they said, I want what you have. I've never seen people that the jail is broken and the chains are broken and they still remain seated in the jail. If it was me, that's a chance for me to disappear. Is that right? But this guy was shocked to say, what kind of men are these? What is it that you have in you that gives you so much hope to say, I can still remain seated in a situation like this? And Apostle Paul and Silas, they shared Yeshua that was just being shown there to say we are the light of the world. They shared that man with them to say he is the reason why we can still remain seated like this as well. So what am I saying to somebody? If you're a church person, I would encourage you to go to church. And some are not church people, that's still okay, but there are still mechanisms available for you to live. Is that right? I'm just going to share a few things, then I'll sit down in terms of how to build resilience. How to build resilience. Number one, have the courage to be imperfect. Most of us, we are trying to be perfect people, but no one is perfect. Not even anyone, no one is ever perfect in life. So have the courage to say, I can be imperfect. I can disappoint some people. Like I can be down at some point in life. Hello? Have the courage to know that I can make mistakes. Young people, you can make mistakes in life, but that doesn't mean that that is your end in life. Is that right? Number two, take time for yourself. Ladies, they do what they call self-care. Sometimes they go and have massage and all that stuff. That's self-care for them. They go and do the nails and, whatever they call it. That's self-care for themselves. For us, there are so many ways we can do self-care. Is that right? As men, going for a walk, for a job, it can be self-care. Or just having time for yourself, it can be self-care. I'm about to finish, thank you. Number three, join a club. Join a what? A club. Socialize. I told a story before of isolation. Because if you are isolated, you do things that you're not supposed to do. I like what my brother here said before. If you have time, you're in trouble. That's the same concept as well. So join a club, join a church, join a soccer club, find something to do outside of work, if I may put it that way. Is that right? Number four, be active every day. Be what? Active. Don't just sit there. Be active every single day. There is sports, there is gardening as well. You can actually hello? Let's plant some vegetables at home. Is that right? Just coming from work and just going and digging in that garden, it's self-care on itself as well. Is that right? All right. Spend time with people that make you feel good. There are some people that you talk to, they just put you down. But you need to find people that make you feel good as well. Feel appreciated to say, I'm with my friends. Is that right? Laugh a lot. Laugh out loud. Don't laugh inside. Laugh out loud. Is that right? Laughter is the best medicine. That's what they say. Is that right? And as I conclude, remember, these too shall pass. Whatever you're going through in life, these too shall pass. I love the testimonies that are coming. People were working so hard just to raise enough money to buy their first house. These too shall pass. Is that right? So whatever you might be going through in life, understand that it shall come to pass. There's no situation that is permanent. Some of us, like I said, I came here as a young boy, as a student. But right now, I'm living a good life, when I put it that way. But when I was a student, life was not that simple. I used to work 2 different jobs. There's always one job that I always tell whenever I go. I used to work, cleaning in Coles, that's supermarket. And I used to wake up at 4 a.m. 3 a.m. I'm already up, going to clean. And by the time I finish at 7, I'm coming back home, showering and going to class. And in class, I'll just be yawning because, that's time, 3 to 4. That's where sleeping is really, you start to enjoy your sleep. But that too is past as well. Sometimes we do difficult jobs that makes our back so heavy as well. But I can say to you, that too shall pass, because now we have got business people that are giving giving us their stories that I used to do this, but now I'm running my own business. That too shall pass, but you still remain. That's my encouragement to you. You still remain and get people around you that support you, that make you feel good, that make you laugh. Thank you.
Let's appreciate Pastor Reggie one more time. It was a wonderful talk about hope and resilience. Glad to see everything else passing in a good place.